Hi, I'm Heather Green, and this is Life in the Green Room. Today I want to talk to you about a word of the year. So it's 2019, and for the first time ever, I have decided to go and embrace the concept of word of the year. It's been really common lately, lots of people have been doing it, and I just hadn't really thought about it much yet. Although I don't know why. I love planning. I love thinking about goals for the new year, thinking about what the future can hold, what I can do, what I want to achieve, and mapping out my year. So this year I decided I'm in. I'm jumping on the bandwagon, and I've selected a word of the year. And for the drum roll, I chose the word minimal. Yeah, that's it. I chose a word that doesn't sound like I plan to light the world on fire this year, although I in fact do plan to light the world on fire in 2019. So let me talk a little bit about the 4 ways that I think I want to apply the word minimal as my theme for the year in 2019. The first way that I want to implement it is a concept called bare minimal parenting. I first heard about this on the What Fresh Hell Laughing in the Face of Motherhood podcast. They had an author on who wrote a book about this topic, and he was explaining really the fundamentals of his principles here. He was like, look, this is not absentee parenting. This is not toss your kid a phone and let them entertain themselves for hours on end, but this is also understanding where it makes sense to spend your time and effort. As in, when a child gets older, nobody knows when they stopped using a pacifier or when they were potty trained or when they learned to tie their shoes. And so really putting the right frame of effort on things, based on kind of the bigger picture and trying to realize that in the moment that maybe it's not as big of a deal as you thought. So my husband and I love this concept, and we're all in on kind of trying to remember this as we go through the life as parents. The second way that I want to implement the word minimal in 2019 is about my possessions. I really want to get rid of some of the things that we have. In 2018, we took a ton of stuff to Goodwill, like carloads of stuff that we donated. But our 14-month-old seems to bring it in at a faster pace than we can take it out the door. So again, this year I want to make a concerted effort to donate stuff, get rid of stuff, throw it away, and also maybe pause before we bring stuff into the house and see if we can eliminate some of that in the first place. The third place I want to implement the word minimal is health. Now, I don't want to have minimal health. That doesn't make any sense. I'm maybe stretching this one a little, but I'm going to apply it to weight. I want to lose a few pounds. I am about 10 pounds heavier right now than I was when I got pregnant. And so my goal would be to minimize my weight and get back down to my pre-pregnancy weight. So for me, I have been exercising regularly for many years through pregnancy, even since I've had him. And that for me is an absolute must, but that's all about my, mental sanity. That's actually not really going to drive the weight loss for me because it hasn't been over the past few years. So I'm going to have to focus on my food and figure out what I can do to tweak that to help me in my goal to apply minimal to lose 10 pounds. And the fourth place that I want to apply the concept of minimal is around stress. So I'm almost done reading a book by Jon Acuff called Finish. And it's a fantastic book about how, most of the time people start their goals or they start projects and they just don't get them done. There's a bunch of reasons why, and he goes into some very interesting things to kind of understand about yourself and the concept to help you finish your projects. But one of the things that's a stumbling block for people are secret rules or unwritten rules. And everybody has different ones of these. And the more that I kind of thought about this concept that he introduced in his book, I realized for me, I believe I have a unwritten rule that says it has to be hard to count. So, and that can apply to anything. At work, the project has to be hard for me to take credit for it. The diet has to be really impossible for it to count. The workout has to be difficult. And the thing is, in the face of it, this seems ridiculous. I'm an adult. I get to choose what counts. And, why am I counting so much anyway? But I really want to be cognizant of this and think about how I can minimize my stress that I put on myself by thinking things have to be hard and asking for help when I need it, and finding ways to make things easier or simpler to reduce my stress. I mean, I know things will get difficult, but again, on the big picture things, I want to take a step back and realize if there's something I'm doing based on some unwritten or hidden beliefs that are making it more challenging than it needs to be. I am sure that I'm going to think of other ways to make minimal work for me throughout the year, but those are the 4 that I'm kind of going with as I launch into the year. I'm really excited about this. I actually ordered on Etsy a bracelet that says minimal, that once it comes in, I can wear it so I can remember that that's my word of the year and stick with it. I'm so excited about the new year. I think it's going to bring a lot of joy and a lot of growth to my family. And I would like to ask you, to challenge you to think about, what is your word of the year? Was there a theme that you can implement, that you can kind of help you embrace something that you want to get done for the year? And if so, let me know what it is. Leave me a comment here or pop over to lifeinthegreenroom.com, and I'd love to hear from you. Thanks.